And welcome to the KeyForge Premier League matchup between Dunkoro and Alestro. I am doing this semi-live while they play, so this will be me doing off-the-cuff stuff. But let's take a peek at what we are going to watch today. So we are going to watch Noel, the illustrator of the Frazzled Shelter. This is a Worlds Collide deck, and it has Quadricorder, has some Amber Denial, Morpheus to double up some of the effects that you see there in Star Alliance. You see the Axiom for some board clear, ODAC to stop some stealing, good Failing Strikes for helping with board control, lots of protection and thickness, more Amber Denial with the Redder Golem, and then we see the Edie for more uh, Amber Denial with some good swings as far as the Amber goes and the card count goes and logos. So this is really just a good stuff deck. It's playing things that are going to be efficient and keep things moving. So that is Noel, the illustrator of the Frazzled Shelter, and that is being played by Alestro. And then for Dunkaro, he's playing an old favorite of his, Old Muzzle, the Chancellor's Servant. This is a double speed sigil deck that has Bullet's Eye and it has Relentless Whispers, just lots of good stuff in shadows. Has the Hysteria, double Drumble, the double Schuler, good board control and presence, and just again a lot of tempo, a lot of hammer pressure that you're going to see Dunkaro put on early and fast. He plays faster than most people that I've seen play on the Crucible. So with all that said, let's get into this game and see where it goes. All right, go ahead. Let's move. Let's see. In the first draw, we see that Dunkaro is going to be going second, and Alestro is going to be going first. We see a pretty solid hand from Alestro with a lot of logos. 6 logos cards and only 1 Star Alliance card. So I could see him going Star Alliance right out the gate just to get it out of the way, and then having a huge second turn with his logos. Dunkaro, on the other hand, has 4 untamed creatures, or 4 untamed cards and 2 discards. So I see him coming out in untamed quickly to basically push off the untamed and basically get some presence down on the board, get that Witch of the Eye into play, make him have to deal with it. So now we pass back for a huge turn in Logos, but there is no way to directly deal with that Witch of the Eye, which could become an issue, even though Dunkaro at this point doesn't really have a play on it. But we'll see what happens going forward with that Witch of the Eye, as Alestro is going to start to populate using his Tautau Vapors. Now he's going to basically draw and then archive some cards. Now he's going to play the Carry the Killing Machine. I don't know why that name is important to me, but that's a cool name. Crazy Killing Machine, yeah. hmm So Hapsis hits the board, and we see a Wormhole Technician. Great card. Card is very useful for cycling um, through the deck at a pretty relative speed. We see a Daughter. We see Edie, and we see a pass of the turn. So the Edie was used to archive a card. Let's open up the archives for this game. Let's see a little bit what they're doing with it. We see that he has a Redder Golem and a Chief Engineer Walls into the archives. So now we see the Witch of the Eye. He's going to go to work. He's going to bring back that Life Ward. He's going to use the Life Ward to basically pick Amber back from Alestro. Wow, was there an update on TCO? This is interesting. It looks different. What are we playing on? Okay. So with that said, interesting. I just noticed it. I think there was an update of some sort. It looks great. A lot clearer to read anyway. Um, good work, guys. TCO stepping up again. I like the way this looks. All right, so we see Dunkaro takes the Wish of the Eye turn, uses the Life Web to basically get some Amber moved around, gets the Murmuk, fights the Edie off, gets rid of it with the Mushroom Man. Still has Murmuk there, adding 1 tax to the key. And we'll see going forward. All right, we have Alestro, and he's making use out of those Wormhole Technicians to get more cards into his archive, which is a strong play. Not sad about that at all. Um, as I'm going to be digging into my Burger King here that I just got for lunch, as I've been a busy boy today. But I got to eat some mozzarella sticks. Alright, so now we see that Dunkoro takes his turn. He discards a key hammer, plays a terror, drumble, and a schuler, and then passes back. I'm staying at 3 amber, so it's still 3 amber to 3 amber. Nothing really moving yet, so we'll see what happens moving forward from there. Alestro has some options, but Saurian seems to be deep. Yeah, the Saurian is where he's going, and he's going to get a pretty good value turn here. And the Odak will come down at a very relative time. It's a big card to put on the board for against Dunkoro's hand. So that was a timely Odak. What are we going to see here? Are we going to see the use of the Axiom? I don't think so. Not quite yet. But he is using the Phalanx Strike to get some damage across the board. Just taking out creatures. Doesn't really need to use that Axiom of Gorm yet, so he's going to hold on to it for future use. And he still has another Phalanx Strike and a Redder in the archives. This deck looks like it's in pretty good position to win a game. So now we see Dunkoro looking down his Shadow's hand and seeing this Odak on the board that's not going to give him the value that he wants from it. He's going to have to commit quite a bit of resources to get rid of the Odak just to turn his stealing on for later in the game if he wants to do that. But he does have potential to drop the Speed Sigil, get a Bullet's Eye out, and kill the Draker Prado, which is a pretty good pool. Because Draker Prado can really do a lot of work. It's a very unsung hero. He basically comes in and you reap, and you can use him to exalt himself. And if you do, you choose a house, and then you rage all those creatures. So by doing that, you basically are going to turn off a house every turn, basically from being able to reap, which in this game is a pretty big deal. So now you see that Dunkoro is going to spike his Amber still, and he's going to get the value off of the steal by using the Relentless Whisper to kill the Odak. Did give up some resources for it, but overall he's in the aggressive position, bumping his count to 10 Amber. Very, very cool. So now Alestro is faced with giving up a key, not really being in a position to do a lot to stop that. But he is in a position to populate his board. So it'll be interesting to see what route he takes. So he is going to go Saurian. I think he's going to look for the Axiom soon. Actually, he doesn't even need the Axiom, because he's going to be able to basically just put things down, tax this key to make sure that the tax goes off. That's good, because that's going to take away 3 extra Ember that Dunkoro made. And then he's going to be able to get rid of a lot of the stuff on the other side of the board using his Phalanx Strike. So here's a heads up play to kind of salvage back some of the Amber that he gave up last turn. Very strong, very good heads up play by Alestro. Alright, so we see the golem just doing work, putting tax on. Alestro contemplating whether he wants to bump off on this axiom or not, since everything he has is warded now. And wisely he chooses to just discard the axiom. Although Dunkoro does not have a rise, so that's kind of a big thing, a big tell. Here's a preview of a camera border that we're looking at using. I kind of like it. Bad thing is that it would take away the scores and stuff, like the amber and stuff, but I think it's going to be okay. I think we're going to use that just for the face cams and not the game cams, because this is actually a really clean layout, like what we see here with the new layout here on TCO. Took me for a loop a little bit when I first saw it, because I was like, wow, I'm not seeing it like this. This is so weird. But overall, it's a pretty amazing looking sequence here. I like it. So we await Alestro's turn as we see Dunkoro came back last turn, uses regrowth to bring back that Witch of the Eye, which is going to be a lot more critical now. With the speed sigil in play, he's able to use the Witch of the Eye to reap and bring back the regrowth, which basically makes a loop for him on the if they waste resources on the Witch of the Eye. But he did replay the regrowth again to get the Remook and then play the Ancient Bear. So keeping regrowth in hand to protect the Witch of the Eye might not have been a bad choice either, but definitely would have been a slower choice as far as like getting cards into hand and populating the hand. So we'll see what Alestro decides to do on that kickback. Looks like he's going into Logos, so he's not going to get to play any cards out of his hand, which is that's an interesting bit. He's using the Hapsis to fight off the Witch of the Eye. You're going to ward the Hapsis. And now he's going to only get value off his Wormhole Technician. Maybe use his crazy killing machine here to try to hit something, but those are both. So he gets a Schuler and he kills a um, Orator. His sorrow goes away. That's an unfortunate hit. Orator Hisaro is an amazing card that allows you to reap with or use two creatures next to it, right? And they belong to the basically the Saurian house while it's out. Harlan is back from school and being crazy. Dunkaro with the whippy comment about the Silvertooth entering Tripoli ready. Okay. Dunkaro looks like he blinked his connection a little bit, sadly. He's back, I'm sure. As he awaits Alestro's turn, what would you like, buddy? What do you want? Hmm? Go eat your chicken nuggets. Harlan the Crazy. Alright, so he is playing into the Star Alliance, getting away from Saurian and populating the board a little bit deeper, which makes sense because Dunkoro does not really have a board clear in his deck. He's basically just playing off of good attrition and turnaround. So like he's taking away from your side of the board to add to his side of the board and doing that all day long. The happy giggles of Harlan in the background. Say, happy boy. Say, happy boy wants some hug. So now we see the chief engineer walls, and we see the battle line get way too long. Can no longer see it. So it's there you go. We'll bring it down a notch so you can see the whole thing. That is a pretty incredible battle line. So 1 key apiece, pretty relatively even on Amber. Board is completely out of control. There's Dunkaro with the poison wave, taking his touch on it. Now he's gonna use Seeker Needle to push it a little bit heavier. What do you want? Yeah. Is this an exciting game of Keyforge, Harlan? Say, is this an exciting game? So we wait Alestro to come back on the big play by Dunkaro to spike his Amber to 10 using Ghostly Hands, Speed Sigil, Naughty, get some value. Alright, get down, go play, buddy. Gave you hugs. Go play. No? You don't want to get down? Stay right here. You want to commentate? You want to say? Say go Keyforge. Say go Keyforge. Yes, go Keyforge. Alright, get down. Go eat your chicken nuggets. You got the first ever Go Keyforge from Harlan. There you go. What do you think of that, folks? Go Keyforge. So Alestro is taking his time to figure out his next move. Trying to get his ducks in a row to figure out how to combat what he wants to do here, but see what he comes up with. Quadricorder probably is going to get placed on the. I would place it on the opponent's side, like on the naughty. Still works in your favor, so putting on your opponent's side is great. The Amber Tracker is a bit of a hassle at this point. It's going to do damage. Going to pop the ward that he just put back on the on his the Paraguardian here with the quadricorder and the Scutum. There's enough amber on it, it won't matter. Or enough armor, I should say. Does it only opponent creatures? Enemy creatures, so it doesn't even affect his own guy, so that's a pretty strong play. Protecting the Paraguardian. Paraguardian is holding amber, and that amber isn't going anywhere because it has a Scutum, so all in all, that just ends everything in a good state, puts everything in a good state. R. You come do alphabets for people? Count to 10 in Polish. No? Gonna say that was gonna be for Dunkoro, but he doesn't want to do it. I don't even know if he knows Polish, but maybe. He knows a bunch of other languages he counts to very comfortably. Alright, so we finally see the end of that turn. Dunkoro goes, he plays Full Moon, is instantly into the Nocturnal Maneuvers. Going to use it to turn down some of these creatures. He's been taxed to 12 for his keys, so he's not making a key at 10 amber. His opponent is at 7 and has at 6, so like he's going to actually make his key. There's nothing Dunkaro could do to stop that one right now, so plays his Flaxia, gets his value off of that speed sigil, and boom, off he goes. Now he is at 12 amber, and when it goes back to the other side, they'll have to reset that. So here we go. We wait on Alestro again. So Alestro is making keys expensive again by making his the count of the keys go up to 15 amber per key. Definitely making Dunk pay a premium if he wants to make a key at this point. With the way the board state is, it's like I kind of wonder when it gives a when it basically you get to basically figure out how this is going to go down. So he has him at check at 6, and then he has pressure basically, and I think that Dunkaro really doesn't have a way out of the board state, and then with no way out of the board state, I think he's going to be trapped in a position where he's not going to be able to get the value that he wants. He does have the Hysteria, which is kind of that's a hand clutter, and he might be able to pull a play off of that. But by going into that, well, he has the Schuler, so he could still pull the one off with the Schuler. So this is interesting. It's going to come down to the wire here, as Dunkaro basically is going to have to go into. He's going to have to do dis, right? And when he hits dis, he's going to have to use this to his stereo. I believe he uses the snudge first to come in ready. Then he will play the Schuler to steal one, and then he'll reap with the snudge to bounce the Schuler to play again. I believe that is the big play there. And then he will kick his opponent off check, and he's on super check. So seems the right thing to be had right here, and we'll see what happens. But his opponent's going to come right back with this next turn where he's going to be able to do some craziness. So there's the two Schulers. There's the Snudge. And he does have the Drumble in hand and a Tentacus, which is pretty good. Like, that's going to make his opponent have to overcommit a little bit. Now Alestro has to choose, and he decides to go Logos. I think the thought process here is to try to get some advantage through pips and get some cards ready in the archive so he has a chance to draw again at some point. But we'll see what that does for him as far as giving Dunkaro the second key, most likely. Let's see. Well, he does have information exchange, Tatao Vapors. Oh, he has Graft. Interdimensional Graft. Going to be huge. That's going to be a rip. That might be the end of the game once that Graft goes off. Because Dunkaro is going to make for 6, and he's going to get 17 amber right off of that into his third key. So I don't think Dunkaro can answer that. That'll be game over, and Alestro will take this first game. It's well played. I think Dunkaro stuck around this game a bit longer than he needed to, but he had a chance. He was basically hoping. Because the mimicry is too late, it's not going to help him with the kickback from that interdimensional graft. Hi. 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 All right, go play. Go sit. Before I give you a haircut. Bzzz. Bzzz. Come here. Give me that haircut. We need to get you a haircut. Here. Bzzz. He really hates haircuts. If I pull out anything and go bzzz, he thinks it's a clipper and he runs off. So. But his hair is shaggy. He definitely needs a haircut. 21 amber. Whew. There's the graph that's going to take it all away. Boom, up to 23 amber. Don't think there's anything in that pool over there that's going to stop that much amber. He does have the Drumble, so I guess he will pull it back. I forgot about the Drumble. That's interesting. But what a game. Dunkaro's holding on. If he pulls this out, I think it'll be pretty amazing. But he's trying. He's doing his best. He passes back to Alestro. Only 4 amber in his pool though, and Alestro is sitting at 0, but he does have a 23-point amber imp there that he can go to Saurian, turn on the Odak, play the Gallum. Oh, but he doesn't have a damage thing he can use, but he does have Amber Tracker, which will end that Drumble. So, oh, he's not. He's going to go into Logos again instead of just taking his Amber back. Interesting. That gives Dunkaro a window. I think the Amber Tracker play would have been best here, and just take your Amber back to make Dunkaro continue to have answers, which he wouldn't. But as of like right now, it's like he can make all the amber he wants because he has the Hysteria back in hand. If he doesn't go to check here, I think Dunkaro goes into um, Untamed and just puts more pressure on and puts the seed back in play, which might be enough.
Milk. Milk.
Milk. You want some milk?
Milk.
Okay, wait 1 second, boys.
Milk.
1 second.
Milk.
Okay. So many answers in Alestro's hand. And Dunkaro just trying to figure out a way to get out of this and be clever with it, but it's looking rough, real rough. Because I don't think he can stop to 23 now that the Drumble is dead. Hapsis did work on the Drumble, and he still has like a lot of backups to get rid of this game. This game is like should be Alestro's game, but Dunkaro keeps finding clever ways to stay alive. Nope, he's done. So there we go. We will move to game 2 here, and we'll see where that takes us. And Dunkaro would like to go second in game 2. So, leaving this game, we will look for the new game. Yeah, I think there's been an interface update. It's pretty sweet. I'm not gonna lie. When you go big screen, either that or like I did something to my browser to change it, but it looks like it's an update on TCO. It looks very different to me. So that's cool. Well done, peoples. Well done. I'm not seeing the game. All right. We wait on Dunkaro.
Milk.
Yes, milk. All right, so while we wait for them to start, I'm going to go get Harlan a thing of milk, and I'm going to use this time to plug that on November 7th, starting 11 a.m. Eastern Time, we are going to be having a tournament that is going to be Mass Mutations 2-deck Survival. $10 entry fee, 80% of that goes to the prize pool to pay out the top 8. And then we are going to also have a $55 MSRP giveaway for everybody that plays in the event, as they get a chance to win 20 Dark Amber tokens. Perfect holiday treat for Halloween. So there you go. Thank you, Maddie Casper, for donating that to us and being awesome. I don't know what's going on in the game because I am in my kitchen trying to get Harlan some milk because he's all about the milk. Milk. Is this what you wanted, buddy? This is what you wanted. So Dunkoro and Alestro are probably already well on their way, so let's go see where they're at. As Harlan has his milk. Bring the refill with me in case you want more, buddy, because I know how you are. Alright, so they are just now getting started, it looks like. I didn't miss too much. Looks like there was a Mind Barb that hit a Fran, and then the response was to come back into Star Alliance, play a Molina and a Medic Officer. So now Dunkaro gets to pilot Alestro's deck, and we'll see how this goes and if it goes to bidding chains. Alright, so here we go. I think the Speed Sigil being in play actually favors Alestro's deck. Like, I don't know, playing it this early if it's the best solution for what Alestro is trying to do, but he does have quite the hand to back up that Speed Sigil. So he does have the Drumble, the Terror, and the Schuler in hand to do interesting things. He does have the Witch of the Eye, which he can use to, like, basically when he drops it, and that will get him back whatever he feels he needs from the discard pile. So it's not that bad. Uh, Information exchange. Yeah, Doug Haro, I was going to say the information exchange did not steal two because he didn't have a steal when he played the Relentless Whispers. There's a Speed Sigil, Ghostly Hand. Gonna take a shot at the Medic. Alright, so Speed Sigil right here is going to probably be a little bit painful. Depending on what Dunk decides to do. I say Saurian looks like a pretty safe play. The Orator Hisaro is going to allow the Medic to turn on the Igor, the Medic in the Igor, which will be pretty good. And you'll be able to protect with the other one, and then you can put some more wards on everything, like just basically pushes Amber since he can't really stop the 6 Amber that Alestro is presenting. And from there you just move forward. I think this is a value turn, giving up the key early just to basically put pressure back on the game and dictate instead of being reactive and falling farther behind with the quadricorder. The quadricorder will have its day, but it will not be for key number 1. Now we see Alestro. It's a couple interesting choices here. The Drumble could come into play. Yep, it does. It's going to put instant value on the Terror. The Terror is going to spike the Amber. He's going to get the Reap off of the Drumble, and then the Schuler is there as well.